Hey, what's good? Welcome in everybody to the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful way to start the new year off with the Sports Huddle with my cousin Papa Dennis in studio, host of Just Unconventional Podcast. Make sure y'all go check them out, turn them up. Hey, can y'all be quiet? Hey,
All
okay,
this
sorry.
excitement.
Yeah, right, in my studio. I'm gonna get me a secluded area one day. What I digress. So yeah, man, welcome in. Excited for the show today. Like I said, I appreciate my cousin being here. Haven't seen him on a Thursday in a while, so super excited for him to be able to be here and tune in and have. Were you here last Thursday? I think you were here last Thursday too.
Man, dude, the day is blurred, dog. I know, man, you've been doing this for almost 2 years now.
Years now, yeah, he's been here.
Yeah.
He's been here,
So
but he
this
ain't
is
here
like the
today.
days blurred, dog.
He here today. We setting a good tone for 2026. He here today, so I'm looking forward to it. Make sure y'all stay tuned to the end. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on whatever platform you have your podcasting. You can find us Grateful Gab, just unconventional. Make sure y'all hit that follow button. Today's episode is being sponsored by Sugarcane Sweet Shop. Got the daily verse, the first daily verse of 2026. Looking forward to it, and then the Sports Huddle rundown. So welcome in again. This is the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle. Daily verse for the day of January 1st, 2026. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah.
Comes from the book of First Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 20, and it states as follows: Brothers, do not become young children in your understanding, but be young children as to badness, and become full grown in your understanding. Amen. And again, it's from the book
Amen.
of First Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 20. And these letters that Paul wrote to these different places are truly inspiring because not only this is what makes Jehovah's words lifelong. Not only was it important for those individuals during that time, the first Christian congregation, to be able to understand these things, this is relevant for us as well. So truly appreciate this scripture this morning to be able to start off right. It gives us a good basis of growing into our understanding. We have a full 364 days in front of us. At least that's what we hope for. That's what we look forward to. But how much more can we understand of doing the right thing, and how much more can we, find understanding of not to do the bad things, right? Learn to understand and do the good things and do them, but understand the bad things need to be put aside. So wonderful lesson, wonderful scripture to kick off the year. Looking forward to it. And now let's get into the Sports Huddle rundown. Sports Huddle rundown is as follows. We got ringside coverage this morning. We got NFL Week 17 recap. We're heading into the final regular season week of the NFL season. Our NFL top 10. We have this one and one more before the playoff starts. So we'll have the final Week 18 top 10 to round out the last top 10 of the year for the regular season of the 2025 NFL season. Brought to you by Papa Dennis and Just Unconventional. The quarterfinals of the college football playoffs kicked off yesterday. Don't we got a doozy? And we got to look ahead to today's matchups. 3 matchups today on the card. Looking forward to that. Also, NBA season, NCAA men's and women's top 25, and the National Hockey League. So let's get directly into it with the ringside coverage brought to you by Just Unconventional and my cousin Papa Dennis.
Oh man, I actually love that ring, like the bell ring. I like that. Before I jump into this, I just want to say, PCW went on a hiatus and they coming back. They got sponsored by the Harley Davidson and Conyers.
Okay.
So they're gonna do their first show next week at the Harley Davidson in Conyers.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna
So
be dope. That's something different.
yeah, so we've already established Mama Reese being a babysitter, thank you, Mama Reese. So we already established her being a babysitter, and we gonna go check that out
Okay.
next week. But back to the task at hand. AEW World Ends. So, I decided to watch however I wanted to watch. And I will say this right here. Dog, Tony Khan, you did your thing right there with that pay-per-view. In most parts, you did your thing at that pay-per-view. I only had to complain about maybe 1 or 2 matches, but the Continental Classic, I may not have been able to keep up with it like I want to, but the tournament is shaping out to be like it's building its own little thing where it can stand up there. I could say it can stand up there with the G1 Climax, but I won't say it's better than the G1 Climax. Cause I can't lie, they're kind of biting it like really hard. Like they really biting it, match styles and all. But more people gotta watch New Japan to actually notice how AEW kind of bites the match style a little bit. I stand with Yoda Suji, by the way. I do feel like New Japan and AEW should cut ties. I don't see the benefit within this. But just to get back to this right here, I saw the match I've always wanted to see because it was the first match of the night. It was Konosuke Takeshita versus Kazuchika Okada. Personally, I still feel like this match needs to happen in Japan, but I might get my wish, Cuzzo. So Okada cheated, but he beat Takeshita.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was kind of shocked by that, but Okada cheated. He beat Takeshita. Now, if Takeshita retains his title at Wrestle Kingdom, I need Okada to walk out and challenge Takeshita for that New Japan World Heavyweight title because you beat him. So you technically got next up. So that needs to happen in Japan. I'm super excited for that right there. The second match was John Moxley versus Kyle Fletcher. It was another semifinal match. That match was great too. Like, the tournament matches just really caught my attention. If it wasn't for those tournament matches starting off the show, I don't know if I would have just stuck with it all the way through and been like, I got to go back and finish this whole entire pay-per-view. So we had Kyle Fletcher and John Moxley in their semifinal match. John Moxley defeated him, so it went on to the finals. It's John Moxley versus Kazuchika Okada. I will say Moxley, he did like turn face again in a way, or maybe AW start this whole tweener thing, which I don't know how I really feel about that. But he did turn face. So we'll see how that goes. Personally, I think eventually he's going to be like a singles wrestler without the Death Riders. I don't see the Death Riders going completely face in this whole thing, but we'll see. It's nice to see Moxley being passionate again. And, he started the year holding a title in a briefcase, and I go ahead and say he beat Okada. He ended the year holding up a title. So, there's a little bit of something in that, cuzzo. It's like just a little bit of something in there. So the AEW World Tag Team titles were on the line. FTR defeated the Bang Bang Gang. And yeah, FTR defeated the Bang Bang Gang in a Chicago street fight. The Bang Bang Gang consists of Juice Robinson, Austin Gunn, and I cannot remember his brother name right now. I'm having a lot of brain farts. I wasn't really impressed by this match. I like FTR matches without all the hoopla. Like, they're just one of the great tag teams of right now in the modern era. Like, without all, I don't really care for this with all the hoopla. The match just felt off. Let's see what else here. Why they got all these long explanations, dude? Like, oh well, you know what? It's whatever.
Cause what I was looking at the biggest difference of wrestling is now and back then.
What you got?
Like, obviously we didn't have good cameras back then, so like it gave
Man,
wrestling.
the
No, no,
cameras,
no,
they're
no,
all
no.
right.
No, I'm saying they were good for that era. You know what I mean? But they gave that retro vibe. Like it just gave a vibe of like nostalgia. You know what I mean? And that's what the performances gave. Like I was on YouTube the other day and man, like WWE Vault popping up so much stuff, man. It really took me. It had like some of the best pop-ups and people matches and stuff like that. It had like one of those videos. But one that
Mhm.
really got me was the little guy who used to run with Sheamus. Not Sheamus. Which one was the guy who fought the great Khali? He was Irish. I saw that match the other day.
Finley.
Finley, he
You
had a
talking
little
about he used to run around with Hornswoggle?
he had a little guy with him, and then they had a whole bunch of people come out as wrestlers. They imitated wrestlers, but they were little people. That joint had me so weak, bro. That was so funny. But it was like, you don't see that anymore in wrestling. You know what I mean? You don't have that
That's
type of
because people get offended now. They actually
um,
tried that a couple weeks ago with Dominic Mysterio when he was feuding with John Cena. So they had a midget wrestler come out. I Psycho something, can't remember his name,
a little
but he
person.
came.
I'm look
Yeah.
I'm look
Oh no, but here's the thing though. They got wrestling companies too, and their wrestling companies be doing their thing. Like I want to go to a show. When they do shows in Atlanta, I want to be there. They have their own TV show on HBO called Micro Wrestling, and at one point it was outdoing AEW in numbers on Saturdays. Like, it was that entertaining. They could get down, bro. Like, these
I
micro
believe,
wrestlers
yeah.
can get down. So dude went on Raw and he impersonated John Cena. So people were offended, like acting like they were offended by it. But his Instagram and social media numbers skyrocketed after that.
Mhm.
So it paid off well overall. So some people, I feel like it's like some people, they're going to get offended by it, or they feel like the micro wrestlers should be offended by it. Others is going to be like like me, nostalgia. You're going to get a little laugh out of it. So,
Right.
hey, buddy, he got, his social media went up.
See, that's what the entertainment. See, WWE, right? It was the entertainment, right? They went away from that. that what was it, WWF, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, before?
Yeah.
Right, so they went away from the F and they brought the entertainment. When that E came, that's when the entertainment came. And I'm not saying it doesn't really entertain now, but I'm just saying our era of wrestling coming up, man, it was, I mean, because you had a great mix of old school original wrestlers, legendary people, right? Then, helping these young guys mold. It was just so much. It was such a good mix of the retro, the new age. Like it was, I mean, it was just, I don't know, wrestling. I think our era, we had the golden era of wrestling from the late '90s to the early 2010. I think that's
You know what? That's
probably the
actually
'90s
real.
to 2010. I think that's the best time for wrestling. Probably even back in like '85 time. I mean, we weren't there, what I mean. But you had the wrestlers though, the Roddy Pipers, all these type of guys, right? You had them guys,
Mhm.
the Hulk Hogan's, all these type of people, the Undertakers, the Kane, like the Undertaker with the motorcycle. Man, y'all better stop
Yeah.
playing, man. It's undefeated, man. Undefeated, bro. Like you don't see that type of stuff no more.
No, it's like the only way you're gonna see somebody on a motorcycle is Undertaker, dog. They kind of like when you make something synonymous with you, they don't let others do it. I wouldn't mind seeing other wrestlers have a motorcycle. There was a guy named Baron Corbin when he came through the scene before he became just like this really, really good wrestler. When he came to the scene, his promos were being done like he was like a lone rider. Like his promos and vignettes had him on motorcycles and stuff. And his entrance had the lights like when somebody flashed the headlights in your face. So I was like, okay, all he missing is a motorcycle, and they never gave him the motorcycle. I feel like that would have took his gimmick over the top. People wouldn't have cared for like maybe another 6 months of him having these 5 minute matches with a great finisher. Nobody would have
Mhm.
cared if he would have came out with that motorcycle, but they never let him do that. Like,
But yeah, continue because I ain't mean to cut you off. But yeah, I just
oh
it's
no,
just
it's always good to have a wrestling conversation, dog. You ain't
yeah,
never cutting
I've
me
been
off.
getting into YouTube and they been hearing our conversation. They've been throwing the feed at me, so I've been watching it.
Oh no, see that's cool though. See that's just another topic right there. That's something you can bring to the table. You watch something that's interesting on the WWE Vault, we come in here, we could talk about it.
Right.
Yeah. We have the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship. The Babes of Wrath, Harley Cameron, and Willow Nightingale defeated TBS champion Mercedes Moné and Ring of Honor World Champion Athena. Fast forward a little bit, I did see a spoiler. Hats off to Willow Nightingale. She became the first woman in AEW to hold two titles at the same time. Like, I don't know why that's hard to believe. Maybe because they got so many titles. But she defeated Mercedes Moné yesterday for her TBS championship on Dynamite. I did see that spoiler. So hats off to her. Boy, this is a long explanation. Darby Allin unfortunately defeated Gabe Kidd. I don't agree with this decision. Like, just being honest, I just don't agree with this decision. Gabe Kidd is a great wrestler. And no offense to Darby, it was a great match, but come on, man. This is Gabe Kidd we're talking about here, man. The guy that's going to help keep New Japan on like a high, because I hope he doesn't go to AEW ever, like at least for like another 2-3 years. Let them establish some more people before you go, because you're just super over in Japan and he should be world champion and take a crack at Takeshita if he keeps the belt. But
Mhm.
Darby Allin defeated Gabe Kidd. I don't like that. I just don't like that. I'm sorry, guys. That mixed nuts mayhem match that we was talking about, cuz that match was actually very, very good.
Okay. All
It was
right.
very good and it was all over the place. I appreciate that. They started ballroom dancing while wrestling a little bit. So I'm just like, okay, y'all had a little bit of fun. When you talk about the showmanship and the entertainment factor, cuz if you turn on AEW for one reason, timeless Tony Storm. She completely gets it. When she comes out, they say coming from Warner Brothers Studios. Like, that is where they say she is from. So she completely gets it. Like, she has the character, and people think like it's all of the wrestling, but it's the character too. Like, she has that right there, acting like a 1920s actor. Like, she has the whole thing. It works out. The entrance, how she walks, all the over dramatics, how she talks. So like, if you're talking about something of, I could say, a little bit of nostalgia of someone being someone other than themselves, Timeless
Mhm.
Tony Storm is someone to check out in AEW. Yeah, but that mixed nuts mayhem match, that match was great. But who won this one right here? Yeah, the conglomeration, Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, and Roderick Strong, Tony Storm, they defeated the Death Riders. Let's see here. AEW Women's World Championship match. Chris Statlander retained against Jamie Hayter. There was some highlights of this match I really liked, like what she did. Like a what do I want to call it? Like a fisherman driver or something off the top rope. But when she did that, that was smooth. But this just felt a little bit choppy, especially for two women that have wrestled each other multiple times. But Chris Statlander retained her belt. Everybody can complain online. Honestly, I just say don't give up on her. Let's see what happens. Because this is not a place where you guys really care about the microphone. So sometimes it's not going to stick when someone talks that doesn't really have good mic skills. But it's okay. All you got to do is ring the bell. We already said John Moxley defeated Kazuchika Okada to become the new Continental Champion and win the 2025 Continental Classic. And like some people want it, but I'm not sure how this is going to go. MJF is now your new World Heavyweight Champion. And apparently he made history. He's amongst 8 other wrestlers, I can't name them all off the top of my head, to win 2 world titles before age 30. So that's impressive. He says he's the biggest star to never go to WWE. We'll see about that because people talk about it so much they eventually go. But that's everything as far as AEW Worlds. And honestly, I'll give the pay-per-view probably like a B+
Okay.
overall. I feel like there's some areas I feel like people just be gaslighting. Like, I hate to say it, but Swerve Strickland's Green Lantern cosplay, that was just gaslighting, dude. Like, it was not it. It was not it at all. It didn't really feel like Green Lantern besides the ring.
So did
Like
they
that.
have the final? Did you just address the final for the tournament, the Continental
Yes,
Classic?
I did. John Moxley
Yep.
defeated Kazuchika Okada. So when you win the Continental Classic, you win a title that I apparently forgot existed because they unified it with the International Championship. But the Continental Championship was still a thing. John Moxley is the Continental Champion. Kazuchika Okada is no longer a unified champion. He's just the International Champion. And yep, that's it right there. He cut his passionate promo, basically saying wrestlers should give 100% every single night. And I'm just like, okay, cool.
Sound good. Looking forward to it. Yeah, but I've really been enjoying my dive back into wrestling history, and
Oh,
maybe
dog. Woo-hoo. Oh no, dog. I appreciate you saying that dive back because WWE took all their stuff off of Peacock, so their library doesn't have a home right now. We don't know where it's gonna go, and I'm just
well, I
kind of
know
like,
YouTube got so much it got so much stuff up there. I mean, just
if they
tons and
got it
tons.
in order, then I will like. Do they got SmackDown episodes?
I don't know. I haven't seen. I just been seeing like certain clips, like things that kind of interest me. Like I was looking at the Hardy Boys best moments. Like like it was just so many different things. I was just taking a look at like different matches, Hell in the Cells, like so many different
Oh
things
yeah.
like, was going on. Right, the most. It was like I don't know. It was like the most. It was just like big moments in wrestling. Right. It was just huge moments. Like so. It was
Oh,
cool though.
okay.
It
Well,
was
we're
cool
about
though.
to
But yeah, I
have
think
nostalgia in a couple of weeks, though. We're gonna have what they call the 3 stages of hell match. That
okay.
yeah, we're getting nostalgia in a couple of weeks with
They
Cody
need
Rhodes and Drew McIntyre.
they need to bring the elimination chamber back.
Elimination Chamber comes in every single year. You're gonna see it in February.
Okay, alright, yeah, 'cause I think that
Mm-hmm.
was one of my favorite matches to play
That
on
was so fun to play on. What was it,
WWE.
SmackDown versus Raw?
You gotta wait to come out the thing. You in the you're in the little glass cage thing. You gotta wait to come out. That was dope. Yeah, that was
Oh
dope.
yeah, that was.
Yeah,
They
so
still got it, dude.
okay,
Like that. That's always fun right there,
yeah,
man. I don't know how it is now. I haven't really played the new wrestling game, but it was always fun back in the day.
right. No, it definitely was. Moving on to NFL Week 17, it was a good one. So NFL Week 17, right? We had a lot of good games. We had a lot of moments that were important, right? We had a lot of things that set up Week 18, which I'm looking forward to as well, kicking off on Saturday. So make sure y'all pull back up on Saturday. The sports huddle, my cousin to have G1 climax information, different things in
Oh
the
no,
wrestling.
Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom, not G1
Yeah,
climax.
Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom. Sorry, y'all. That's the New Japan. Well, WrestleMania. Okay, yeah, okay. But yeah, so pull back up on that. He's gonna have information on that for Wrestle Kingdom, different things of that nature. And again, NFL Week 18. We do have NFL Top 10 coming here after the Week 17 results. Let's get into it. So, from Saturday's matchups in the NFL, we had the Texans defeat the Chargers, right, in a huge AFC matchup, 20 to
Mm-hmm.
16. The Texans defeated the Chargers 20 to 16. After we go over Week 17 results, we will have the standings for the current playoff picture for the AFC and the NFC, and we still have some things not set in stone yet. So be on the lookout for a huge Week 18 in the NFL season. We had the Panthers dominate the Ravens. Excuse me, where the Ravens dominate the Packers 41-24. Right, we spoke about it. Right, the run game. The run game will be heavily relied on for both teams. And Derrick Henry, he stepped up to the plate and he dominated that game. He rushed for 36 times, 216 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And of course, he didn't fumble the ball. Good job, Derrick. That's what
Mm-hmm.
happened when you don't fumble the ball. And they dominated 41-24. And he also, like, he set a record of most rush yards all time. He moved into like number 5 or something like that. I think it was like
I thought it was like
10,000.
number 10.
No, he's up there. It's up there. He like got
He's
10.
up there?
Yeah, no, no. I know he's up there in the top 10, top 5. I don't know which one it is specifically. I should have wrote it down because I saw it.
Oh, he did.
But yeah, he ended up dominating and had a historic day again. 4 touchdowns, 36 carries. Right, that's something that you need to do. I need to see those numbers from Saquon. Run that ball 36 times, boy. You know what I'm saying? But no, they definitely stuck to the run game and they got it done. Now they are in due for a huge matchup moving into Week 18. I don't believe they are playing the Steelers, but I know they
They are.
playing. Oh, they are playing the Steelers. Yeah, they are
Yeah,
playing the
they.
Steelers. Yeah. So yeah,
Mhm.
they playing the Steelers this weekend. That's gonna be good as well. So be on the lookout for that matchup also. And that's actually going to be Sunday night. So that's going to be a great way to end the NFL season, right? I don't think Lamar Jackson will be available, but if so, we want him to play. But
Mm.
that's going to be needed for a victory. So we shall see. Other results from Week 17, we had the Eagles defeat the Bills. I mean, glad we won. Not satisfied with the performance, right?
Yeah, I heard that
First,
Jalen Hurts didn't have a completion in the second half.
first half. I mean, and they robbed us. They robbed us. They overturned the catch by Devontae Smith, but that still would have been an on completion. But just like I said, and it's a mix of different things. I think it's a mix of play caller and execution. Right? We totally went away from what they did the first half, and I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And Nick Sirianni brought it up as well. Said it's not unacceptable that they have to start. They have to play to not. They gotta get out the mindset of not playing to lose, but just keep your foot on their neck. Just keep the foot on the gas. Like we're going into the playoffs now. And honestly, they need to play on Sunday, and they're not playing the starters, which I'm bummed about because they need to try to find some type of consistent rhythm going into the playoff. But that's
Yeah.
neither here nor there. We found a way to win, got it done. Defense playing lights out, right? They're playing their best football going to the playoffs, which is giving me confidence that we can actually be competitive and do something in the playoff. But the offense has to find a way to be consistent. The offense has to find a way to be consistent, whether it's play calling, execution, whatever it is. Find a way to be consistent, right? You constantly this. I mean, it's a formula, and I don't understand how. When the guy, Eagles fan, I was talking to him the other day, and he was telling me it's no way that the NFL not rigged, I was trying to start to agree with him because bro, it's no way that the Eagles play good football the first half and then just don't know how to play football the second half. Like, make it make sense. Like make it make sense from again the play calling aspect, the execution aspect. Why are you going away from what worked in the beginning of the game? Like, I've never seen this in a consistent format like this year. So
And
I
so
don't
let
know
me
what
get this straight. So, because I didn't get a chance to catch the highlights, were they running the ball and then all of a sudden just started trying to throw it all the time?
because let's go back. Let's go to the box score here. Saquon
Okay.
had 19 carries for 68 yards. He averaged 3.5. He had he probably had 4 carries in the second half, cause probably 4. You know, I third quarter punt, punt, punt. 5 plays, 3 plays, 2 plays. A 5 yard run from Saquon. A 10 yard run up the middle for Saquon. Right. Incompletion, -2 yards. Incompletion, punt. Incompletion, punt. 2 yard run, 2 yard run. So that's what fourth. That's 5 carries right there. That's just named off, and that's in the third quarter. Fourth quarter come 3 yard run, 1 yard run. And so I don't understand it. Then negative runs, negative runs. So it just wasn't good enough. We didn't play good enough to. We played well enough defensively to win the game. Even though if
Mm-hmm.
I'm the Bills, I'm kicking the field goal right there because our offense couldn't do anything in the second half. But they were ready to go home. Defense got enough pressure. Josh Allen had a horrible day. Thank you for having a horrible day. We won. We got out of there with a win. I mean, the number 2 seed truly is important, right? I would like us to have the number 2 seed, but honestly, I would just like us to play, you know, Eagles football. Somebody put online the other day, who would you rather the Eagles play? This team, this team, this team. I said the Eagles. I'd rather them play the Eagles, play like that, play like themselves, like because it don't matter who they play. If they don't play their football, we're gonna lose to anybody. Shoot, but we shall see. Like I said, they got it done. Defense playing lights out. Offense got to find a way to be consistent because if we don't, the playoffs are going to be very short lived for the Eagles in 2025, 2026 season. So we shall
Oh,
see. Moving on to more results from Week 17, we had the Browns defeat the Steelers 13-6 to set up a AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Ravens this weekend. We had the Patriots dominate the Jets 42-10, put a whooping on them. We had the Saints defeat the Titans 34-26. We had
cause
the
let me talk
Jaguars.
about these Saints, dog.
Go ahead, go ahead.
We need to talk about these Saints. I don't know what's going on down there in New Orleans. I don't know what type of crawfish they eating, what type of shrimp they eating. I don't know what's happening down there. And Tyler Show is silently showing out. And
Mm-hmm.
they ending the season the right way. Like when you
Right.
look at the standings, who would have I didn't see the Saints like they was booty. And
Right.
now they got what, 6 wins on the year?
Win, but it can be in line for 7. They kind of giving that Panthers vibe, right? Panthers had a rough year last year. They started to win at the end of the year, came back better. So I'm expecting the Saints to come back better, right?
Bruh,
We shall see.
cause Tyler Shows he out here trying to solidify that he want to be the starter next year, and y'all should just build around me.
Right.
And
I mean,
yeah, and the Saints is just they looking pretty good right now.
that was the key though, right? That was the key. And then you got to think, Kellen Moore, his first year, right? And that's no excuse because the guy down in Jacksonville first year, but he had an established quarterback. He had an established system, right? You got a star-studded running back. You got a star number one QB, right? You got weapons around him. Defense good, right? You have
Yeah.
those type of things established there. So your job now is just come in and redo the culture, right? Come and motivate these guys and tell them they can believe in themselves. And that's what the Jaguars have been doing. So Kellen
Mhm.
Moore, first year as a head coach, right? New things around him, young team, young offense, young QBs, right? Even with Spencer Rattler, right? He's the guy who don't have too much experience. He's had starts under his belt, but this is the NFL. This stuff takes time, right?
Mhm.
So I just think they're definitely in a direction now where, like you said, they kind of know that their QB situation. I believe Tyler will be the guy going into fall, into spring camp OTAs as that number one. So the draft is going to be structures. Okay, what do we need to put around him, right? Because you got the Chris Olave, you have receivers, you have people down there who can play football, right? You got the Alvin Kamara, you got these type of things. All right, what are we going to do to make it better? We need their defense. Do we need a better offensive line? What do we need to do to put around this man? So I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good season for them next year, and still a good opportunity for them this weekend to play a divisional opponent in the Falcons and get a win. So
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
we shall see. So Jaguars defeated the Colts 23-17. So what did you think about Phillip Rivers' performance in his way to come in and try to
He
help the
he
Colts?
tried.
He tried. He
He,
did.
yeah, he tried. It just the sun just went down on the Colts, dog. The
Right.
sun just went down on them. But
Wow. I
back
mean,
to square one. You see how they started, and it just everything just fell apart. But hey,
losing 6 straight games is tough, man.
mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Especially the way they started off.
Right. That's tough. Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness.
god.
Yeah. I thought losing 3 straight
Yeah.
was bad. 6 is, oh my god. That's only
Oh
I've been a
yeah.
cry.
Yeah.
No, but
And they was at first place at one point.
right, they were,
It's like
but injuries, right? Injuries, being healthy, right? Being healthy is the biggest factor, excuse me, in any team. Health. If you want to be successful, you need to be healthy. Plain and simple. You gotta be healthy. Are you enjoying today's episode? This episode of the Grateful Gab podcast is proudly sponsored by Sugarcane Sweet Shop. At Sugarcane Sweet Shop, every dessert is made with love, creativity, and a sprinkle of sweetness. From the signature cookies and cupcakes to custom cakes for every occasion, Sugarcane is available to make your moments a little more special. Follow them on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Sugarcane Sweet Shop to see what's fresh from the oven. And don't forget to treat yourself today.
yeah,
Then
but
we
they gotta
had
figure
the
out nah, they gotta I feel like we back to square one because I don't trust like getting Daniel Jones, signing him back after that injury because as we can see with someone like Kirk Cousins, it takes like a year or two. It takes like an extra year to kind of get back to feeling like yourself a little bit. But then we know I still don't trust Anthony Richardson. So we kind of back to square one, figuring out the quarterback situation.
back to square one, man. You better get Mac
Mhm.
Jones over there.
Hey boy, we get Matt Jones, dog. I feel
Trade
like we
trade
can
one
make
Jones
some
for another Jones.
noise.
Better get Mac over there.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, we get
Y'all
him. We
get Mac
making
over there.
some
Y'all can
noise.
do something. The Dolphins defeated the Buccaneers 20-17 to set up a good matchup in the NFC South next week as well. We got the Seahawks. They defeated the Panthers 27-10. We had the Bengals defeat the Cardinals 37-14. We had the Giants defeat the Raiders 34-10. And we had the Bears and the 49ers with a showdown.
That was
11
a good
total
game.
touchdowns. 11 total touchdowns on Sunday night between the Bears and the 49ers. And just like we were talking offline, and I put on record last week, my apologies to the 49ers. I said there's no way that they would get the number one seed if they would win the NFC West. Well, that was false. The Rams fell off. The 49ers are rising. They have an opportunity tomorrow night, on Saturday night, against the Seahawks for not only the number one seed in the NFC, but also the NFC West division champion. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be some good football, right? A lot of things shaking up. That's gonna really tilt the NFC playoff picture, right? That who gets the number one seed, either the Seahawks or the 49ers. And that's gonna really shift a lot of things, because think about it, the 49ers win the number one seed, they won't have to leave California, period. The Super Bowl there in the same stadium. They would have a number one seed. The playoffs would literally run through San Francisco, and this is a team that nobody talked about all year as running the NFC. I
Nah,
you know, so
I told you I called them the little engine that could, and they just kept doing it because they think they can, and they
that's
know
right.
they can.
Yeah, and it proves in the pudding. And the thing about it, the NFC representatives in the last couple of Super Bowls has either been the Eagles or the 49ers, and then you had the Rams.
Yeah.
But those are the two divisions who've represented in the Super Bowl, the NFC West or the NFC East. NFC North,
Ain't that
NFC South
something?
ain't represented. So, the trajectory is either one of those conferences is going to have a Super Bowl representative from the NFC. So we shall see how it works out. Looking forward to it. And then Monday night, right, we had a doozy. Ooh, it was good. It wasn't even no doozy. That was a good game, boy. The
Yeah.
Falcons was up. They were dominating. I'm thinking like, oh, cuz he over there feeling good. And then the Rams just started ramming. Cause boy, it
That's
was
exactly why I went to sleep because I said the Rams gonna start ramming. I was
and
like, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for the blood pressure birds.
not the blood pressure birds, but they got it done. Those Falcons got it done, 27-24. The block kick by Jared Verse really put the Rams over that hump because the Falcons were about to go up by 17. They were about to go up by 3 possessions again on that kick. Right, they were doing everything right. B. John Robinson had a historic day. He was dominating. Right,
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousin he played pretty solid for the most part. Right,
Oh
so
no, I went
now
back and saw the highlights. I had to go back and see what happened with the rest of that game. So I went back and saw the highlights of that one.
yeah, so now what is the trajectory? What is the projection of what do you think this Falcons team is going to do for the future? Right, because you got your
That's
quarterback Michael Penix, right? Do
oh,
you're not sold?
it's not that I'm not sold, it's that I'm not sure. Because Kirk Cousins came in and kind of jacked up everything a little bit here. And
Mm.
he came in and jacked up everything by just playing under center.
Right,
Playing under center has just opened up the Falcons offense
bro.
completely.
Can we please scout y'all offensive playbook? Because bro, like why are we not running those same type of formation? You got 3-4 tight ends, you got this heavy single back formation, and it's opening so many lanes and things for Bijan Robinson, right? Tight end packages. You got so many different things. Like and granted, I talked about this with the Eagles, right? Get on the center, pistol formation. We did it. We did it in the first half, but we went away from it. We went away from it. And but y'all, we got to take play. We got to take plays from the Falcons because man, the way they run schemes for B. John Robinson is,
Is
we need to be able to replicate that because I mean he got some great formation for him under center
bruh.
to not only play action but to run the ball.
And here's the thing, dog. It's like we got a lot of job saving going on right now as far as from the players. Kirk Cousins out here trying to save Zach Robinson's job. Um, let's see here. Bijan Robinson and just everybody from the Atlanta Falcons on offensive defense is trying to save Raheem Moore's job. Coach Brick is trying to save Raheem Moore's job. The 2025 NFL draft class is literally saving Terry Fontenot's job. So it's just like we might literally be stuck with these guys for another year.
Mm.
And then we don't know what's going to happen at quarterback because if Michael Penix come back from injury, can you play under center? Because Kirk Cousins did not look that comfortable last year. You could tell he was hurt because when he first started off the year, he was comfortable playing under center. And then he got hurt. And actually, we got shotgun Kirk. So Nah, it's like he's comfortable playing under center. He loves his tight ends, and you see what Kyle Pitts is doing with Kirk Cousins.
Mhm.
Like, then you got Bijan Robinson, he's doing his thing. Tyler Algier, he's getting love. The Falcons' offensive line is looking top 5 again.
Tyler
Like,
Algier has never fumbled the ball. I thought that was so amazing to hear.
bro,
This
you
guy
know
has
the
never.
only reason I have not said anything about that because I do not want to jinx that because broadcasters be jinxing people.
And they said that's, but he still didn't fumble it. Like I don't believe in that. I don't care about that. But this guy, just to know that stat, that was amazing, bro. That was amazing. This
Mm.
kid, I'm like, bro, this guy has never fumbled the ball in his professional career. Like that's what you want to hear from your running back. That's what you want to be able to see. That's when you get. That's why you get on the field. Where people are like, why Bijan ain't on the field? Bijan put that pig on the ground. Algier ain't put that pig on the ground. You know what I mean? So that's what
No,
you want
but
to be able
that's
to
what
hear.
yeah, but that's what I kind of wanted from the Falcons as a whole. Like I felt like we got those two, we got a I could say a top 10 running back duo in the backfield. We need to
Sure,
exploit that kind of how like Detroit Lions exploit theirs. That's what
sure.
we need to do. We got a bunch of weapons, but we're gonna be stuck with the quarterback situation. Can Michael Penix come back and play under center? Can we get an actual quarterback coach that can help shape and mold his game? Is Kirk Cousins gonna be down here next
Well,
year?
what's the cap though? Because he got a lot of money. You know what I mean? Kirk got a lot of money. So
Yeah, that's
what's
the
the cap?
thing, dog. Oh my God. I don't even want to look up the cap situation because I looked up the cap situation last year and I thought we had some money and it didn't look like we had no money. And then also on top of that, I feel like everybody can let go of the whole thing if we traded away our first round pick. We got James Pierce Jr. and Xavier Watts out of it, and they really shown that it's okay. Like
No, yeah.
really, like our defense is going to be set for the next 5 to 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
If we get somebody to come in here and manage this, the Falcons defense,
Mhm.
bro, the defense alone is bringing back the Dirty Birds.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
like they are set on defense. We could just keep bringing in veterans. Oh, it's not even just the draft class, bro. Brandon Dorlus has stepped up. Then Aruka Roro has stepped in. Caden Ellis is still doing his thing. Like, yo, the Falcons defense just got to add depth at this point. They're
Mhm.
set. They hit out the park with this draft class last year, and they can just add depth like they're doing. Whoever they had from their scouting department who did it, who went out here and got these guys, hats off to them. We need to keep him, and we just need to find somebody to help out, on the offensive side of the ball. I feel like we can go and draft we can go draft a wide receiver. There's a plethora of them now. But hey,
Mhm.
yo, man, I can read you this quote before we move on about the Atlanta Falcons because
Okay, talk to me.
Atlanta is on a high right now. So I just want you to know this is not even a quote, this is a take. When the games don't matter, when the stakes are the lowest, when there's nothing on the line, the Atlanta Falcons are the best team in football.
Hey, well, hey, it's proven. It's
They're the
proven
best
when
team in
when
football.
and
And
it
we're Mr. Prime Time, by the way. We 4-1 prime time this year.
okay. See, the thing about the Falcons, man, we just want consistency of a football team. Just the
That's
attitude, the
it.
culture. What are you gonna be? Like, what are you gonna be? And the thing about it, bro, the city love the Falcons, man. And I applaud y'all, bro. Like, I applaud y'all and for how much y'all support this team, bro. Because I mean, the city really bleed red and black. Like, they love the Falcons, bro. They love the Falcons, and that's just that pride that we have. But the Falcons, man, that's why I can never get home with them because I don't like to be disappointed too much. But hey, that is a disappointing franchise. But y'all have the ability to really be a great franchise in this in the NFL. If I have any confidence in a team that can be successful in professional Atlanta sports outside of the Braves, is the Falcons. Just because of what football is made up of, right? It's not it's not a little bit of people. It's a lot. It's a multitude of people, right? And I just think I think Arthur Blank it's a great owner, right? I've had the opportunity to meet his sons before. I think he's a great owner, right? I just think he's a great guy. Period. He obviously know that he wants to win. Look at Atlanta United, right? Champions, first couple years as an
He
organization,
been
right?
bringing in some people these past couple of weeks too. He's trying to really figure out. He brought in a company called Sportsology or something. They kind of going around talking to people within the organization, and also he's been having talks with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan about to have a front office spot.
Right. You know what I mean? So he knows he wants them to be successful. So like I said, I have the confidence of any owner of a sports team in Atlanta who wants to win is Arthur Blank. And I think, like I said, it's just so many things have to factor in together. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think y'all heading in the right direction, and I hope y'all do get it together because every time I think about the Falcons, I'm like, dang. So I want to have that mindset, like, yeah, okay, yeah, the Falcon like that. So, but
Mm-hmm.
it starts somewhere. But y'all, I think y'all trending in the right direction. You just got to find out, find find your niche. When they find their niche, I think everything will work for them. So looking
I
forward to it.
think they got their niche. We got a smash mouth defense and a run game that can kill you. We got weapons on the outside. We just need somebody that can be under center.
Right. Well, we shall see how it goes, but we're looking forward to it. Bringing in the top 10 from Papa Dennis.
Oh snap! Boy, he hit the boom, bap, boom, boom. All right. So coming in at my honorable mentions at number 10, I got the Buffalo Bills, and at number 9, I got the Chicago Bears. I still see them as top 10 teams. Number 8, I got the Houston Texans spinning the block. I know they keep popping in and out of my top 10, but the Houston Texans are legit. Like, really legit. That's going to be one of those teams that people should worry about playing in the playoffs. Still got one to know. Are they still number one defense in the NFL? It don't matter. They're top 5 defense in the NFL, top
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
Yeah, they up there. All they doing their thing. CJ Stroud, everybody. Like D'Amico Ryans, hats off to you, bro. You really done change his organization around. And the
Mm-hmm.
Texans, they looking really good there. They spinning the block, staring at the house. And
Mm-hmm.
also, while they staring at the house, they looking at 2 people knocking on the door. Number 7, I got the Philadelphia Eagles knocking on the door. Them and my number 6 are kind of sitting there nudging. They kind of like, yo, let me in the house. Number 6, I got Jacksonville knocking on the door. They said they don't want nobody to hop on the bandwagon, and I don't want to hop on the bandwagon because you face my team, you beat my team. But I will give credit when credit is due. Jacksonville Jaguars, they're having their, as I call it, their second Blake Bortles moment, where they got a quarterback, they got an offense that can go out here and score with the best of them and a fast defense. I've seen this before. Can it transition to actually getting past the AFC Championship game? Who knows? Stepping
Mm-hmm.
into my top 5. Everybody's sitting at the table talking about Super Bowl aspirations, laughing at my number 5 right now because they kind of lacking just a little bit. But the Los Angeles Rams, still believe in them. They just had them a nice little hiccup. Oh shit.
Man,
Yeah,
dog.
man. LA Rams are sitting at my number 5. They had them a little hiccup. I still see them as a top 5 team that could potentially win a Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford is still having a career year right now. Number
Mm-hmm.
4, and I was not about to put them back there at number 2 or number 1 after beating no Jets. But the Patriots done sat here and said, it's all right. We still here and we ready to step into this playoffs and try to make some noise. New
Mm-hmm.
England Patriots is sitting at my number 4 spot. Number 3, them Denver Broncos. Yo, man, people better watch out for them Denver Broncos, man. They good. They getting it done. They just really getting it done. I don't know what else to tell you guys here.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still coming down to the Chargers and the Broncos for the division, or is that
I
lost with the
believe so.
Texans?
No, I
Okay,
believe so. Yep. I'm gonna go
all right, that's
verify
gonna
what I
be
believe. We're gonna do the standings. I forgot to do the standing, but we're gonna do the standings as well after you do your top 10.
okay. Cool. Yeah. So number 3, I got Denver Broncos. Number 2, San Francisco 49ers, bro. Everybody need to run for cover. This is
Mm-hmm.
looking like vintage San Francisco 49ers with all the bro. They play so good, you forget they got injuries.
No,
Like
the
that is
Denver Broncos did clinch the division. They clinched the division. The Patriots did clinch the division, but we'll go through. We'll go through. Like I said, I'll go
okay.
through the
So that
rate.
loss against the Texans
Hurdle.
made the yeah, okay, cool. Hats off to them. Yes, number 2, San Francisco 49ers. Everybody need to run for cover. Brock Purdy coming for everybody once again. Playoff time is around the corner. Christian McCaffrey said, we rock and rolling ready to go. Because I'm pretty sure we went and pulled up the list of all the people that's injured on the San Francisco 49ers, and you look at their record, you're going to be like, it don't make sense. It does make sense. They pulling the Philadelphia Eagles move from last year. Everybody's playing in unison, working
Mm-hmm.
together. Kyle Shanahan saying, I want another shot at a Super Bowl. And
Mm-hmm.
number 1, which is hard not to put them at number 1. They kept Bryce Young to 54 yards passing. That's crazy. Seattle
Yeah,
Seahawks, man,
they smother
locked
you.
and loaded, ready to go. Seattle Seahawks is the number 1 team in the NFL, like I've said for several weeks now, and I'm pretty sure someone knows exactly what I'm going to say. This team has been in my top 10 since week 1. Seattle Seahawks is topping off my top 10 for this week right here.
Mm-hmm. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Okay.
Next week I want to take all the teams that make the NFL playoffs. I want to rank them.
Okay.
Let's rank all those teams.
Mm,
I got another segment for you too. We're gonna do next week that it's gonna be for you. It's gonna
okay.
be about the Super Bowl windows. I'm gonna name off some teams. You're gonna tell me if their window is open, closed, or cracked.
Okay. All right. All right. Sound good. Looking forward to it. So, Great top 10 again. My cousin went through it, right? Bills, Bears,
Texans,
Bills, Bears, Texans, Eagles,
Eagles, Jaguars,
Jaguars,
Rams,
Rams, uh,
Patriots.
Patriots, Broncos, 49ers, and the Seahawks.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So great top 10. I always enjoy your top 10s, right? Honestly, me speaking, I would have probably kept the Eagles around 8. 8, 9. Yeah, they got to win, but again, I
That was
was,
tough right there. Right. It was tough for me right there.
you
I ain't
know,
gonna cap, but
I'm,
hey, I'm gonna let them knock on the door right here.
yeah, yeah. Well, they got somebody in front of them. They pushing him to the door. They're like, hey, let us in. So, like I said, man, we just had a lot. We got to be consistent. Consistency on offense is going to be the key. Defense, I believe in defense. Vic Fangio is an amazing coach, right? He's putting them guys in position to make plays. We got talent all around the team on defense and offense. It's just about putting it together on offense. Who are we going to be, and what type of team are we going to be? Are we going to give it our all in the playoffs and try to play our best football, or are we going to shoot ourselves in the foot and lose because we beat ourselves? But we shall see. Whatever, not worried about it. Moving on.
Mhm.
So the divisional or the standings for the conferences is as follows. So the American Football Conference, or the AFC. The number 1 seed currently right now is the Denver Broncos. The number 2 seed is the New England Patriots. The number 3 seed is the Jacksonville Jaguars. The number 4 seed is up for grabs right now between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens, but currently the Pittsburgh Steelers hold the number 4 seed. That game will be decided again this weekend in Week 18, so be on the lookout for that. Number 5 seed belongs to Houston. Number 6 seed belongs to the LA Chargers, and the number 7 seed belongs to the Buffalo Bills. So again, every other team is eliminated out of that top 7 except the Baltimore Ravens, because the AFC North still has not been claimed yet. The AFC
Mhm.
West belongs to the Denver Broncos. The AFC East belongs to the New England Patriots. The AFC South has not been claimed yet as well. So the Texans and the Jaguars are right there for the AFC South. And I don't know what so those two positions can be switched around as well this weekend. I'm trying to see if they have a matchup this
And
weekend.
they had a
So the
tie
Texans
for
play the Colts and the Jaguars play the Titans. So if the Jaguars win, the Jaguars get the division. But if the Jaguars lose and the Texans win, the Texans get the division.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, and then again, the other division that needs to be claimed is the NFC North, and that matchup will be decided the last game of the regular season, Sunday Night Football. Moving on to the NFC, the National Football Conference, excuse me, standings is as follows. So right now, currently during the recording of this episode, the Seahawks, they own the number 1 seed in the NFC, followed by the Chicago Bears, who claim the NFC North. They have the number 2 seed, followed by the Philadelphia Eagles and the number 3 seed. We took the back-to-back NFC East championships. Number 14 is the Carolina Panthers. Currently, right now, they are slotted, but they have a matchup with the number 11 team right now in the division, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that can be a flip flop. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers win, they'll take the number 4 seed. If the Carolina Panthers win, they'll retain the number 4 seed. The number
Mhm.
5 seed right now is the San Francisco 49ers, followed by the number 6 seed, the LA Rams, and the number 7 seed, Green Bay Packers. So the things that can be shaken up right now in the NFC standings, the Seahawks and the 49ers could flip flop. If the 49ers win, the playoffs go through San Francisco. If the Seahawks win, the playoffs go through Seattle. So
Mhm.
and everything will stay the same besides number 4 and number 11. So the Panthers will be in if they win, they'll be out if they lose. Buccaneers will be in if they win, they'll be out if they lose. So looking forward to it. Tomorrow, Saturday's matchups, we do have those 2 divisional games in the NFC for not only the number 1 seed, but also the NFC West division champion and the NFC South champion. So the last solidified playoff spot for the NFC and the AFC will go down this weekend. So be on the lookout for that as the playoffs are on the rise. Looking forward to it. Moving on to college football playoff quarterfinals. Excuse me. So, man, I was just telling my cousin offline. I'm glad we ain't make no real bracket because man, I would have been hot. So, I mean, man, something that I thought was possible, right? I thought Miami could beat Ohio State just because of the type of team they have, right? The physicality they've been playing with these last couple of days, and it showed up, right? I expected Ohio State to be way more physical than they were at the beginning of the game, and that was the biggest factor for Miami to get this victory, right? They held Ohio State to -3 rush yards in the first half. You're not
Mhm.
gonna win a game like that, right? You're not gonna win a game like that. And they tried. They came out the second half and they scored. They scored 14 points, right? But that was it, right? Miami had already punched them in the mouth. So by the time Miami got punched in the mouth, their adrenaline. So
My
they
bad.
weren't. You good? You okay?
Yeah, woulda went down the wrong pipe.
All the people over there. Um. All right. See, I ain't mean to make them choke and cough more, but yeah. Yeah, yeah. So negative, you had -3 rush yards, right? You're not most likely going to win a game. But the physicality from the Miami Hurricanes is it overpowered Ohio State, and I think it shocked Ohio State, right? They
I
didn't
can
come to
believe that.
they didn't match that physicality early on, right? And when you think about Ohio State, you think about a physical team, right? When you think about teams in the ACC, the most physical teams they had in years past was the Clemsons of recent time. But Miami has right. They've adapted to the landscape of college football. Physicality is the difference. Everybody got good teams, right? Everybody got good players, right? That's what this NIL thing has came in to make things even with talent wise. The thing is going to put you over that hump is physicality, right? So that's what I'm looking forward to see what how Georgia opens up later on tonight. So speaking of those games again, last night we had the Miami Hurricanes with the major upset over the number one team, not the number one team, the reigning college football champions. That is no longer in defense for that. They got a loss to the Miami Hurricanes.
Bruh,
What was this?
nobody has won a home game yet.
There was
Like,
another thing too. No bye team. No bye team. No, we not in the home games. People have one home game, but
nah, did
no.
anybody win a home game in the first round? Cause I swear they was
Yeah,
losing
Oregon
left and
did.
right.
Oregon did. Ole Miss did. Right.
Okay.
We've had home victories in the first round, but we've never had a bye team win in the college football playoffs yet. Since the 12 team playoff came, the team that got the bye are 0-5 right now. So we're looking to see if that changes
Mm,
today. I don't care if no other bye team win. I know the Georgia Bulldogs better win today. Cause
I'm sure
hey,
they will.
we shall see. Because I got a date with them with the Miami Hurricanes. My little brother Marcus, he a Hurricanes fan, and he, they feeling all confident. They smelling themselves, right? Because they in rare air right now. They ain't been relevant since the teams back, when Michael Irvin and all them boys play. You see them on the sideline going crazy
Yeah.
like somebody uncle on that. You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah, but I mean that's good though, right? Like I told my brother, I said I'll let you have this moment because it's rare for y'all. But when them dogs get over there, because of course I want Ohio State because I want us to beat up on Ohio State like that.
Yeah,
But
but now
Miami
you
got
get
it
a
done.
chance at Carson Beck.
But now we get a chance. Well, maybe we gotta beat Ole Miss, which I
I
think we
think we're
will.
gonna be
I,
Ole
I
Miss.
think we will. I think we will too. I got to build that hype, the confidence. But I just think, like I said, the physicality. I know I expect Georgia to be physical. If I don't expect Georgia to do anything else, I expect us to be physical, right? So the physicality is going to be a huge factor today against an Ole Miss team that's expected to be physical as well because they know we're looking to be physical. So I'm excited for that matchup. But today's matchup is kicking off at noon. We have 3 more games of the quarterfinals. We have the Texans. Excuse me. We have Texas Tech hosting Oregon today at noon. Right. We both took Texas Tech in that matchup.
Yep.
Um, we have the Indiana Alabama game today at 4 p.m. Let me see. Let me see where all these going to be broadcast today. I'm pretty sure they're going to be on ABC or ESPN.
ESPN.
ESPN, yeah, ESPN. So 12 p.m. on ESPN today. Number 4 Texas Tech hosting number 5 Oregon. We both took Texas Tech. The number 9 Alabama, number 1 Indiana game is going to be at 4 p.m. on today at ESPN. I believe you took Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't take a pick yet. I think I'm going to go with Alabama today. I'm going to lean toward the Crimson Tide
All
just
right.
because they have some type of rhythm and consistency from their last matchup. They've been tested early in the playoffs, right? They haven't had the season they wanted to have, but they're getting healthier, and I think it's going to take a lot for Indiana to get over that hump of the type of team Alabama can be. So I'm going to take Alabama, and then of course we
Oh,
number
I
three.
don't think I took Indiana in that one because okay, I was questioning Indiana.
Okay, well you might have didn't then. So he might took Alabama. I
No,
don't,
I was questioning them. I took Alabama. I was questioning
okay.
Indiana.
So we both took Alabama. He didn't take Indiana. He had to set this record straight. And then tonight, 8 p.m., right, the most anticipated game, just I think overall in the quarterfinals, right? People think this is a game where the Georgia Bulldogs are going to be upset by the Ole Miss Rebels, right? People always say, "Oh, it's hard to beat a team twice in the same season." Well, you better ask Texas what we doing to them. Ever since they got in the SEC, we 3-0, baby. We won't play around. So I do expect this game to be a physical matchup, right? I expect all these games to have physicality in them, but I think the physicality from the games are going in order, right? 12 p.m. game, I expect physicality not as much as I expect Alabama, Indiana, and then tonight matchup between Georgia, Ole Miss, I expect the most physical matchup. So looking forward to it. Again, we got the Dogs advancing to face Miami, to host Miami because they're gonna be they're the lower seed, so they'll be coming. We'll be the home team. We got Alabama advancing to play Texas Tech, and that is our semifinal prediction. Number 4 Texas Tech hosting number 9 Alabama. Number 3 Georgia hosting number 10 Miami, and then those 4 teams will play next week, and then 4 will turn into 2, and then 2 will turn into 1, and the national champion will be crowned. So we're looking forward to it. Stay tuned. Make sure y'all follow along here on the Grateful Gab podcast. Again, be sure to let us know who y'all think is going to win the college football playoff championship, and then let us know about what are your take about the game last night from Miami, Ohio State. Do you think Ohio State window is closed? Do you think they'll be back next year? What do you think, right? Do you think there'll ever be another repeat champion in the college football playoff era with this new 12-team bracket? The only team to ever do that is the Georgia Bulldogs. So, of course, go Dogs, baby. But let us know what you think. So, anything to add, cuz, before we move on?
Oh no, bro, you good.
All righty. Getting into NBA season.
Oh Lord. I mean, you
Hey,
gotta
it's
talk about your Hawks.
I ain't talking about that. So it's been knee injuries flying around in NBA like hotcakes, right? Jokic, Wemby, he hurt his knee, right? Trey, he hurt his quad. He had a knee injury before then, right? It's the
Wait,
NBA.
Trey hurt again?
He hurt his quad, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Porzingis get there, it's something he having the water. His sweat or something, rolled off on Trey. That's what I'm thinking it is because Trey ain't never had this many injuries in the season. You know what I mean? Early on,
Yeah.
Kristaps Porzingis get there, everybody hurt now. So they need to get him out the building. Just get him out the building.
Kristaps
Go.
Porzingis get there, and now everybody hurt. Zachary Ricochet on the trade block. Trey Young on the trade block. I don't understand what's happening. You
Yeah,
know what? I feel like all this is more so because they looked at Jalen Johnson and they said, "This is our guy, and we need to start building around him now."
that boy's a dog. No cap. So last night we had a huge matchup to wrap up the year for the Hawks. At least they got a win before the year ended. They defeated the Timberwolves 126-102. And the thing about it, the inconsistency of Nikhil Alexander Walker. That's what's really getting me, right? Porzingis did play last night. He had 16 points off the bench. Luke Kennard, he had 27 minutes off the bench. He had 15 points. Zachary Richardson, again, the number 1 player, the best available. I mean, it had to be that. They was the best
That
available,
was a
right?
that was a number one pick. You said Zachary Ricochet. That was a
Yeah,
number one pick, dog.
exactly. So he was the best available. That's what they thought.
Man,
So
it
you know,
was either him or Sarr, bro. I don't.
yeah.
That's what Atlanta Raiders. That's what Atlanta did. They say you either gonna get him or Sarr.
Well, and we said who we wanted to get. I did, but
Bruh.
it's in past now. Yeah. It's okay. So Zachary Rich today he had 28 minutes, 9 points.
It's all right.
We
He'll
had
probably be gone by the 5th of February.
Well, I hope so. Jalen Johnson, he had a 34-point performance, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Along with Onyeka Congo, he had 17 points, 8 rebounds to defeat the Timberwolves 126-102. Anthony Edwards, of course, had a 30-piece, but it wasn't enough to prevail the Timberwolves. The
Did
Warriors
Asa
defeated.
Newell play?
Oh, he did. Yeah, he had 12 minutes, and he played 12 minutes. Oh, he played 16 minutes. He had 7 points, 9 rebounds. At least he was getting boards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at least
He
he
ain't
was getting boards.
consistent with his scoring, but at least he'll go out there and get some boards for you. Yeah.
Get some boards, baby. Get some boards. So we had the Warriors defeat the Hornets 132-125. The Magic defeated the Pacers 112-110. The Cavaliers defeated the Suns 129-113. The Bulls defeated the Pelicans 134-118. We had a close one in San Antonio. We had the Spurs defeat the Knicks 134-132. We had the Nuggets defeat the Raptors 106-103. The Wizards defeated the Bucks 114-113. And we had the Thunder dominate the Trailblazers 124-95.
Dang.
Thursday's matchups today, kicking off at 6 p.m. We got the Nets hosting the Rockets. We got the Heat going up against the Pistons. We got the Mavericks hosting the 76ers tonight at 8:30 p.m. on NBA TV. That VJ Edgecombe Cooper Flag matchup. We got the Kings
Oh,
hosting the
ho,
Celtics,
ho.
and then we got the Jazz going up against the Clippers.
Might have to catch me a little bit of that. But
All right.
you wanna know something that's funny?
Wait,
I done sat here and I actually went on eBay and I caught me a VJ Edgecombe and a Cooper Flag rookie card.
okay.
Yeah, I'm getting back into collecting cards.
Right. Yeah, that's dope. I had that type of passion when I was little, but never thought about it'd be what it is today. But it's
Man,
all
shit, I
good.
got 3 binders, dog. 3 binders from childhood.
The Pacers host the Spurs tomorrow night. The Knicks host the Hawks tomorrow. The Nuggets Cavaliers matchup will be at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night on Prime Video. We got the Bulls hosting the Magic. The Nets going up against the Wizards. The Hornets going up against the Bucks. The Pelicans hosting the Trailblazers. The Kings going up against the Suns. The Suns, excuse me. Tomorrow night at 10 p.m. on Prime Video, we got the Warriors hosting the Thunder, and we got the Grizzlies going up against the Lakers. So pull back up on Saturday's Sports Huddle to get updated information from Thursday and Friday's matchups in the NBA.
Hey,
Moving
cuz,
on. Yes, sir.
what's your thoughts on this whole Anthony Davis situation? Because it's really starting to I'm hearing a lot right now, like Trae Young could be traded by the 5th of February. I'm also hearing Anthony Davis could be coming here. I also heard that, when if we did go for Anthony Davis, what you want is probably gonna happen. Zachary Ricochet is gonna be in the package. That could lead to Anthony Davis and Klay Thompson both coming to Atlanta. Like I don't know. I don't know what to tell you here right
I don't
now.
want either. I don't want either one of them. I don't want.
They
If
want to
Clay,
bring all the injuries down
yeah, I definitely don't want AD.
here.
Klay Thompson, he okay. He'll be available. If he,
He'll give you a more consistent 3-point shot as a starter than Ricochet would.
oh for sure. I would even want him off the bench, a Luke Kennard role. I'd rather him come off the bench and Luke Kennard shoot the three. You know,
Okay.
yeah, he can play defense as well. Kinda. I don't know
Yeah.
how his defense is nowadays. I know he used to be a dog, in his younger days, but
Talking about, yeah, pre ankle injuries.
yeah. But yeah, Anthony Davis, no. And I don't get it. What's the Hawks thing? They got the thing for disabled professional players, right? Like, and no disrespect to people with disabilities, but bro, these guys were drafted to be studs, right? And they want to give us the Joe from Family Guy NBA players, right? We don't want that. We don't want that. No disrespect. No disrespect to nobody. But we don't want those type of players here, bro. We need guys who are
Oh,
available.
man.
We need guys who are available. And so honestly, you make this trade and you bring in. You already brought in one handicap guy for $30 million. He done played I don't know how many games, not even a handful. Like,
So
come
you
on, bro.
basically
Come on, bro.
so basically, if we did that, we'll have the crippled twin towers.
Right, exactly, bro. Like, what are we doing here? So I don't know.
Oh, man.
I'm on the outside looking in. Like I said, I think I said it earlier this year, and I'm saying it now again. We get Anthony Davis. I'm not a Hawks fan no more. I'm done with the Hawks. I don't want to. I'm not. I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to follow NBA no more. I might not even bring it here on the podcast no more. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be a Timberwolves fan. I'm going to be an Anthony Edwards fan. That's where I'm going. I'm going to the
There's
Timberwolves. That's where
nothing wrong with that.
I'm not.
We'll
I'm
get
not gonna be a Hawks fan no more. I can tell you that.
we'll
So
get you a jersey.
yeah, please, Minnesota, send me something. Send me some merch. Moving on to NCAA Men's Top 25. All righty. Tuesday's matchups in the NCAA. We had number 12 North Carolina defeat Florida State 79-66. We had a dominating performance by number 19 Tennessee. They defeated South Carolina State 105-54.
Dang.
We had number 13 Nebraska defeat New Hampshire 86-55. Number 16 Louisville defeated California 90-70. And we had number 7 Gonzaga defeat San Diego 99-93. From last night's matchups in the NCAA Men's Top 25, we had a 3 overtime upset out of Virginia Tech. We had unranked
Did
Virginia
you
Tech
say 3 overtime?
3 overtime
Oh,
victory.
man.
We had an upset out of Virginia. Unranked Virginia Tech defeated number 21 Virginia 95 to 85. We had number 6 Duke defeat Georgia Tech 85 to 79, and we had number 4 UConn defeat Xavier 90-67. For tonight's matchups, for Friday's matchups in the NCAA Men's Top 25, kicking off Friday night at 7 p.m. on Peacock, We got a top 25 ranked matchup in the Big Ten. We got number 2 Michigan hosting number 24 USC. We got number 16 Louisville going up against Stanford at 8 p.m. on the ACC network. We got number 3 Iowa State hosting West Virginia tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on ESPN2. Number 7 Gonzaga hosting Seattle University. And we got a top 15 ranked matchup tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on Peacock. Number 13 Nebraska will be hosting number 9 Michigan State. So make sure y'all pull back up on the Saturday Sports Huddle to get updated information as the Georgia Bulldogs start their march in the SEC play as a top 25 ranked team. Looking forward to it. Moving on to the NCAA Women's Top 25. NCAA Women's Top 25 basketball from this week is as follows. From Wednesday's matchups last night in the NCAA Women's Top 25, we had number 19 Ohio State defeat Purdue 83-56. We had number 4 UCLA dominate Penn State 97-61. We had number 10 Iowa State defeat Houston 80-62. We had number 1 UConn dominate Providence 90-53. We had number 22 Baylor defeat Oklahoma State 77-68. We had number 21 Texas Tech defeat UCF 73-55. And we had number 8 TCU defeat BYU 72-48. For today's matchups kicking off at 12 p.m. on the ACC network, we got number 16 North Carolina hosting California. We got number 24 Michigan State going up against Indiana. We got number 3 South Carolina hosting Alabama. We got number 15 Ole Miss hosting the Lady Bulldogs. They are currently 14-0 right now. Go Dogs. We got number 12 Vanderbilt going up against Arkansas. We have number 13 Louisville hosting SMU at 2 p.m. on the ACC Extra. We got a top 25 ranked matchup between number 20 Nebraska and number 14 Iowa. Number 23 Tennessee is hosting Florida. Number 7 Maryland is going up against Illinois. Number 18 Notre Dame is going up against Georgia Tech later on today at 4 p.m. on the ACC Network down in Atlanta. Number 6 Michigan going up against Washington. Number 2 Texas going up against Missouri. A top 15 ranked matchup between number 5 LSU and number 11 Kentucky. That should be the game of the day. That's going to be at 8 p.m. tonight on the SEC Network Plus. And then we have number 8 Oklahoma going up against Texas A&M. So pull back up on the Saturday Sports Huddle to get update information from the NCAA Women's Top 25 results for Thursday and a look ahead to the matchups on Saturday and Sunday. Be on the lookout. Wrapping up the Sports Huddle today, ladies and gentlemen, to kick off the new year. It's been a blessing to be here to see 2026, to see the first day, a new day, of course, right? Each day is a blessing. Today is today, and we don't get to see a new year, a new day without Jehovah God. So always be able to be mindful of that and the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. That's important as well. So don't ever forget our Lord and Savior also. That's truly important. But today is a great day. Let's continue to go forward and be blessed with it. And to wrap up the Sports Huddle with the National Hockey League. So, National Hockey League from this week. It was kind of quiet, right? Not too much happening, not too much going on. But the results from Tuesday and Wednesday's matchups is as follows. From Tuesday games, we had the Devils fall to the Maple Leafs 4-0. We had the Canadiens defeat the Panthers 3-2. We had the Penguins defeat the Hurricanes 5-1. The Islanders defeated the Blackhawks 3-2. And we had the Flyers defeat the Canucks 6-3. From last night's matchups in the National Hockey League, we had the Capitals defeat the Rangers 6-3. The Predators defeated the Golden Knights 4-2. The Lightning defeated the Ducks 4-3. The Sharks defeated the Wild 4-3. The Red Wings defeated the Jets 2-1. The Devils defeated the Blue Jackets 3-2. The Sabres defeated the Stars 4-1. The Avalanche defeated the Blues 6-1. The Flames defeated the Flyers 5-1. And the Bruins defeated the Oilers 6-2. For today's matchups kicking off at 1 p.m., we got the Senators hosting the Capitals. At 3 p.m. today on the National Hockey League Network, you have the Islanders hosting the Mammoth. At 7 p.m. tonight on the National Hockey League Network, you have the Maple Leafs hosting the Winnipeg Jets. They're not having a good season. The Red Wings going up against the Penguins. The Hurricanes hosting the Canadiens. The Lightning going up against the Kings. The Blackhawks hosting the Stars. And the Predators are going up against the Kraken. For Friday's matchups in the National Hockey League, you got the Blues hosting the Golden Knights. The Panthers and Rangers, they will be in a matchup in the Discover National Hockey League Winter Classic tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on TNT, True TV, or HBO Max. The Canucks will be hosting the Kraken, and the Wild will be going up against the Ducks. So be sure to tune in on Saturday Sports Huddle. Again, we will have full update of the quarterfinal results, a look ahead to the semifinal matchups, right? We want to see if our predictions of who we picked to win the national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, is still on track. And just again, be on the lookout, right? NFL Week 18, so many matches we're going to be covering, taking winners out of that. We're going to be giving our final playoff projection, right? Our my cousin, are you bringing your top playoff team next week, Saturday or the week after that?
The week after, I'm gonna rank
Yeah,
all
so
the teams that made the playoffs.
right, yeah. So we'll have information leading up to that by the result of Week 18. Again, it's been the most exciting Week 18 I've remember in a long time in the NFL season. So I'm looking forward to that. Right, we got the
Yeah.
Unrivaled kicking off on Monday, so we'll have a look ahead to their first matchups of the year. Right, so many different things will be coming here as the sports huddle continues to grow. So thank y'all for y'all love and support. Again, thank you to my sponsor. Y'all be blessed. Make sure y'all go check out my cousin Papa Dennis, host of Just Unconventional Podcast. Make sure y'all go like them, subscribe. Make sure if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to the Grateful Gab podcast. I'm Grateful Dave. That's my cousin Papa Dennis. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Take care of yourself. Today is a great day to go forth and again have understanding not only it today, but Jehovah God has blessed us with the opportunity, the year in front of us to get understanding of who He wants us to be, how He wants us to live, and how He wants us to serve Him. So let's learn, let's grow, ask for guidance, ask for information, and He will give it to you through prayer. Until next time, peace.
Peace, peace.